Welcome back, guys. Sonic Dolphin 117 here, and I'm ready for more Sonic Lost World. So now we're going to move on to my favorite zone in the game, Tropical Coast. The first level of this zone is without a doubt my favorite level in the game. I just love the way it's designed. So how are we going to treat this thing with respect, you know? How are we going to appreciate this level? We're going to completely screw it over. Yeah. Introducing the infinite running glitch. Yeah. I just completely skipped that. Whatever. That level's pretty fun if you go through it normally. Just take my word for it. You lose all your rings if you get hit, so don't get hit. Because I think you lose all of them. Of course we're doing it again, right? I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I guess I'm out of practice. Because I keep... Sonic's not yanking back to the wall. Golden cannons will always take you to a pathway that has a Mach speed section, so... I'm just gonna call them that, even though they're not nearly as bad. Will I ever get to a playthrough of Sonic 06? Well, I do own it. Maybe. Maybe when I get a certain amount of subscribers. Which so far has not been happening. I love the joke that Brain Scratch Comms came up with in this zone, where all the names of Sonic zones are like mix around of words from the classic zones. So like this one's Tropical Coast, which is a combination of Sonic Colors Tropical Resort and Emerald Coast from Sonic Adventure. I found that joke pretty funny. It was pretty genius. Here you gotta free all the butterflies, nothing too brain taxing here. Yeah, there's nothing too brain taxing in this game. Just bring them over to the flower, they'll spring you up. These cloud sections I don't like. They just move too slow for me. Tap the A button to make Sonic jump like this, which is his fastest jump. Or you can hold down the button and he'll do a huge extended one like this. This is a great way to get lives here. Although I personally have another stage that I like getting lives from. As well as the DLC Yoshi's Island stage gives you the most lives if you get through it successfully. Yeah, depth perception could be a little bit better here. Especially considering that I didn't touch that checkpoint. Like, sometimes it locks onto multiple cages, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. You can do 2 jumps off a spin dash from midair, so... Well, at least when you do a super jump, the camera focuses downward, allowing you to see all the platforms. So I guess depth perception is only my fault. And he does have a drop shadow. Sonic Unleashed. That on the left side is a red ring. Just to let you guys know. That's the only red ring you're ever going to find in the capsule. I maxed out on lives, so they're not showing up on the left. You will automatically gravitate towards that spring, and it's a very easy... points, because you'll start to sparkle whenever you get close to the ending capsule. So you will, so all you have to, so the longer your jump is before you hit that thing, the more points you get. Although points are meaningless, so I don't even know why you care. Let me show off the circus real fast. Yeah, it's basically a touch-controlled carnival game where you're trying to pop as many balloons as you can. I'm looking at the gamepad right now as I touch it so that it's easier for me, but if you look at the TV, you do see more. The more you bounce in succession, the higher they fly. There's 3 types of mini-games in these circuses. There's the seesaw one, which you're seeing right now. There's a trampoline-based one, And there's a cannon one where you just shoot them out. I believe that the type changes between zones, and I cannot see tails from where I'm standing. And there we go, now it's over. Yeah, I got 810. You only need like 1,000 per zone, so yeah. It's nothing too big. Alright, let's go to Act 2. This level I like a lot too. Although people don't really like it because of this gimmick, where the fruit will like home in and follow you, and you have to lead them to blenders, but I don't find it that annoying. Basically just gonna run past all this. Ah! So close. I wasn't facing the right way. There's a red ring on that path over there. You can home in on these things, that's nice. Again, you can always change to walk speed if this is going a little bit too fast for you. Not very wise. The boss fight sucks. Whoa. This part's a little annoying because you kind of have to break the watermelon at least once. Yeah, you kind of have to break one of them. Where's the watermelon? Where is it? It should be following me already. Oh, there it is. I guess it's not following me. Crap, where is it? Ah, there it is. If you fall in the blenders, I believe you instantly die, so be careful not to do that. If you jump into the blenders while the juice is stirring up, you'll just be stuck in it until it finally shoots out. And now we have classic enemies from Sonic 3 who will really annoy you. So just stay out of their way. Anyway, here's the Rocket Wisp. You want to blast towards a an item balloon so that you can go into a cannon and safely land on a planet. And you can press, and they allow you to press the A button before you exit, so that allows you to realize, hey, I now have control. This area is just like, I think it's just a bonus area. You gotta clear out all the enemies here. Just lock on all of them and just homing attack the heck out of them. And now that spawns, you can still move around here. Be careful not to rocket on the wrong side of the planet, because if you are on the wrong side, there may not be a balloon in front of you. And that means that you're going to be forced to rocket to your death. Yeah, that... I kind of wish they added just a few more cannons to make it so we wouldn't be put in that situation. Whoa. Oh my god. What am I gonna do? I'm so freaking scared. Yep, knew he was coming from there. Boom. Boom. Oh. Boom. And he's down. Again, 2 charge hits, they're down. Like, what kind of boss fights are these? The only boss fight I even get close to a kick out of is the final boss with spoiler. Okay. I guess the more animals you get after you get the required amount to complete these stages, you get more copters and stuff, so that's nice. I suppose. Alright, here's one of 2 grinding levels. Completely grinding levels, mind you. And I love the track that plays here. It's so peaceful. I heard you can slow down by holding back on these rails, but doesn't seem to work for me. Like, people say you can slow down on the rails, I can't. Like, this is just normal speed. The colored rails depend on how fast you move. The red rails make you move slower, and the green rails make you move faster. You can jump forward to speed it up, if you want to. And you can attack those minecarts with your face and get them out of your way. And now you can just kick this and just grab the rings after. Be careful, because the bottomless pits are real bottomless pits. This game is, I think, is a lot more fun on the second and third playthrough, when you know these stages really well. And jumping, a lot of people don't like this game because you have to jump between rails manually, just like Sonic 06. But in this game, your momentum and the way it works, and as well as the boxes on the rails, make it very easy to do so. I've never jumped off to my death when trying to switch rails. It's not at all precise. You can easily get on a rail. I'll show off Supersonic in a later part. If you hit those walls, you instantly die. Just like the Mach Speed section, so you need to get rid of those. Those bombs can't be destroyed with your face. You're just going to hurt yourself. I recommend homing attacking and not kicking those, because the rings spawn closer to you. I almost hit that red wall, dang. I'm holding down the run button, thinking that it's doing something, but I doubt it is. Even when I double jump, I don't miss the rail. I'm just gonna avoid these. I don't care about rings. Yeah, I'm gonna stop holding down the run button now. My god, this music is so peaceful. The gravity controls here are much better than Mad Space, don't worry. Coast Zone 4. Basically, take out all the enemies here. You can have the apples kill them too. Okay, he just destroyed... No, actually, the apples crashed. My bad. Rocket! You can try to go to the other planets, but it's not really recommended. I really don't like this thing. You have to push it around with its really weird hitbox and try to flatten these guys with it. Really, just run around it and bop it. When you're like 5 inches away from it, it'll move on its own, which is kind of weird. Try not to overshoot, because you will die. You actually want... It looks like you want to go over there, you actually want to go over here. Now you go immediately to a skydive. Oh crap, I was wrong. You're actually supposed to go over this way. My bad. I don't even know what the point is. Like, why exactly would you even put this section here if you can easily bypass it like this? Some people probably have the instinct to skip it, not knowing they're actually skipping a section until it's too late. I don't know how that sent me to a 2D section, but whatever. I hate that guy. I believe, yeah, these are the guys from Hydro City Zone. Freaking hate them. Their spikes just shoot right up and to keep you from attacking them on first sight. Or, you know, they just fire it, and you're done. These are coconuts from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Really annoying little bastards.
Disturbs the tranquility of my garden. Tiny blue weed.
Be careful here. Like I was not. I hate these guys in this game. Those are called crab meats, I believe. You can only kick them and then homing attack them. If you try to homing attack them normally, you'll just get hurt. Yeah, you can't hit them on first sight because they just shoot up and they still hit you. Be careful here. The gravity on those things seems pretty heavy, so you don't have to worry about running off too easily. But still, be careful. Just keep running. This guy's gonna jump up and he's gonna send ripples through the water. Though you don't even need to wait. See how slow he moves? This is running speed. The parkour system is nice because you can grab ledges and climb up walls if you just barely miss one. So I like that. Although you could grab ledges in Sonic Adventure as well, but it's a lot more reliable and easy here. I don't know what happens if you're on this thing when it gets shot up. I don't really want to know. Oh, actually, no. Well, maybe it kills you if you send it up top. I don't know. Oh, no. I'm so scared of fruit. How did you know my one weakness? Please don't be without a... Ah, there we go. Hi, fruit man. Let's go. That fruit doesn't protect you. He really doesn't. Please be a launch pad. Ah. And that's what I mean by BS. That looked like a launch, didn't it? In fact, let me just test, see what happens. Yeah, it kills you. Alright, I just wanted to check. Just keep moving. I hate that so much. Like, why did they not put anything in the way? Unless I'm mistaken, unless I didn't look all the way around. There's only 2 planets, so you don't have to look for them. Boom. I don't know what to trust. Ah. Woo. Honestly, I don't think you're still not trying. Alright guys, let's move on to Frozen Factory, a place that gets a lot of hate. But first, we're gonna get to Tropical Coast Zone ? I don't know how you get access to this place, I just got it by myself. And this is one of 2 flying levels. And, you hold down A, B, whatever, like A or B, and you'll descend. If you descend too far, you die. And, it's auto-scrolling, you can move back and forth and go up. A lot of people think this feels awkward, and while it's not very precise, I don't find it that awkward. It just takes time to get used to it. If you mash the button, you can keep your altitude. It is weird though. I'm not gonna deny that it's weird. And you can only hurt opponents when you're in a ball form. And the red rings on this place are a little bit annoying because it's auto-scrolling. If you miss it, you miss it. Especially considering I think you have to start the level over if you miss it and you want to go back and get it. Because I don't think there's any checkpoints on these levels. Oh, what? Well, at least I got an extra life. Actually, no, there are checkpoints. Never mind. If you descend past the bottom of the screen, you die. So don't do that. Even though I'm going dangerously close. I do like the music track in this place, though. How did I not get hurt there? Oh no! I'm so doomed! Oh wait, he's just gonna pass me by. Okay, bye dude. Now I don't think there are red rings on this level, considering it's a bonus. Alright, there's that. I don't even know why that exists. Alright, let's move on to Frozen Factory. Alright, here's where a lot of people have dumb issues, where you're basically skating. The ice physics in this game are a little too realistic. It's very easy to just slip around and run into things. And you can skate around as running, but if you jump, you'll do a pirouette where you can't change direction in midair or homing attack out of it. However, if you just walk, you can jump normally. That's something a lot of people don't seem to realize. Like, oh, I got a pirouette every single time I jump and I'm vulnerable. No, you can just, do a slow walk. Just cancel the button at the right moment and then just jump and you got it. Like, it's not that big an issue. You have the option to solve that issue. It's just that you're not using it and you're complaining. Ah, the Sonic fanbase sucks. If you guys want a good review that I recommend, go check out Clement's vlog review on this game. Everything he says, I totally agree with. Clement is one of my subscribed channels, so you can find him on my channel menu. I like how peaceful this place is, though. The track, at least. The soundtrack has a lot of variety, something Sonic Adventure 2 lacked, so I can at least applaud it for that. You can also spin dash to make that faster, but I didn't bother. Ah, I didn't want to go here. Speedrunning tactic is to actually get hit and then, like, stomp to the ground and activate a spin dash so you can, like, spin dash jump all of this stuff. Because this is kind of slow movement in comparison. And that's to dodge it because it was at ground level. That's also at ground level. Now I'm going to a max speed. There's a lot of different pathways in these levels, and I really enjoy it. It's just that the 2D levels are not the same design. I don't understand why all the levels weren't like this. Why weren't all the levels good levels with lots of multiple pathways and great design, huh? That's my main problem with this game. It doesn't have enough of the good stuff. With Sonic Adventure 2, yeah, Sonic and Shadow's stages were much better than mech shooting or treasure hunting, but at least mech shooting and treasure hunting were entertaining to an extent. Some of the gimmick levels and the 2D levels just feel sluggish. And this game doesn't feel, and if you're good with this game, it doesn't feel sluggish. This is speedrunning tactic here. Yeah, there is. Oh, what? Whoops. Whatever, it's automated anyway. You cannot spin dash on the ice. That's kind of a problem. I love the double jump because it allows you to precisely space your jumps and make platforming a lot easier. And it's a much, and yeah, but it does leave you vulnerable because it takes you out of ball form and you can get hit. I could parkour here, but I'd honestly rather use the laser wisp. And it'll just put you right on top. But if you want the red ring there, you gotta do parkour. Alright, there's Frozen Factory out 1. Really not that bad. Everyone hates this level for some reason. I don't understand why. Yay, I get more tools that I'm never gonna use. This is the level a lot of people don't like. I find it harmless, except for the red rings. Basically, you're in the snowball, hold down the rut button and go faster. You bounce off these things and you can spin dash just like normal. It controls a bit weird, and a lot of people don't like it because just the stage is kind of boring. I think it's harmless personally. The only problem is that with the red rings, you have to start the stage over if you miss it. If you miss 2 particular ones, the first one and the 5th one. I'm talking about these. To get a red ring here, you have to knock all these balls into their holes. If you don't get all the balls in their holes, the red ring won't spawn. And at that point, you've already hit a checkpoint. Well, actually, let me check. Let me see here.
It's cute the way he keeps on trying to get past all the death traps and enemies.
Yeah, you are forced to go through the checkpoint, which means you gotta start over the level if you miss that. If you bounce off certain ones of these, though, they progress you through the stage automatically, which is something a lot of people didn't know until I watched the Brain Scratch run. These guys suck. Don't let them stick to you, because everything sticks to you in this, and if those things stick to you, they will blast you in a direction and most likely send you off course, usually into a bottomless pit.
I like a man who shows initiative. Mostly because I don't have any initiative. But you're never gonna get close to me, blue boy.
Getting pretty close. I do love the writing in this game, like I mentioned before. I think the characters are pretty funny. You can spin dash, but I don't really see why you'd want to. The spin dash is not as controllable as it is with Sonic normally. Oh my god, I hate this. And they also walk towards you once they see you, I believe. Wait, no, I guess these guys didn't. Huh. That way leads to a red ring, but you have to spin dash really fast into that enemy to kill it. And I ran at that guy at the wrong angle, I suppose. There we go. Back to this. And I just missed the one. No red ring for me. Luckily, I already collected them all, so yay me. You get 10 rings apiece for everyone you dunk. Just jump into these guys and bop them that way. You have to be going with enough momentum in order to knock them off. Although they fly really far for some reason. This part's a little bit hard. Just, yeah. Ugh. You can't double jump either. Whatever, he'll just slide right off. Man, I really want to show off Super Snowball. Might be wondering why I'm doing this. Yeah, you'll see later. Pass through a checkpoint and all your rings are attached to you, so...
I'm gonna need a Manny, a Petty, and an avocado bagels for that this horrible day.
Shut up. Eventually some of these stereotypes get annoying. You will automatically move to the center of the platform once you land on it.
Aw, you're adorable.
I like this theme. Basically, you gotta go through all these snowmen and find out which ones containing Ziva. Is that her name? Screw me. Crap, if you hit a Bob one, then she resets her snowman. I believe you have to eliminate all of them before she appears. Watch this. Super Snowball! This is what happens if you activate Supersonic while in the snowball. It literally does nothing. Because you're in a snowball anyway. Yeah, I don't see how you do that one in time.
That's it. I mean, the tails come off.
You actually, I guess you can also run into these guys normally if you're Super Snowball. Oh, god damn it. Stop putting them in arrangements that I can't hit you.
You can do this, but I'm going to leave.
Not getting away from Super Snowball, miss. I think that's pretty funny. And he just rolls around like that. Alright. Move on to Frozen Factory Act 3. Another incredibly boring level. Like, what is this here? I'm just running in a straight line. I thought this level was going to be fun when I first saw it, and then I realized, wait, it's so dang flat. Like, seriously? Those egg robos, you have to kick them to hit them in one hit, I believe. Now you're in the classic Sonic Casino pinball stage. Of course this was necessary. Use the triggers to move the flippers, and basically you're just trying to get a lot of points, and then that opens up the hole. I either completely do this slowly and get in, or I completely fail like I'm doing right now. Luckily it'll drop me right into it, so that's good. This music isn't even very good for Sonic Casino standards. Those springs send you backwards for some reason. Ah! Ah, dang it. This one up here sends you to a, yeah, this one sends you to a second pinball table, which you only need to play if you want a red ring. It's more of a classic Sonic style because of the spinning wheel here. God forbid that you're supersonic in this area. Oh, what the heck? That was only one Eggman! That's not how it works! Oh my god. Get me out of here! I just got stuck on the bumper. Did you guys see that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Those things are in the way. Why did I go up here? There we go. Let's just speed through this level. I'm kind of done. Ow. Yeah, that level's boring, and that pinball table's BS, but you don't have to go up there unless you want the red ring. And the red ring will pretty much be given to you if you complete that board, because it's right over the exit. Now for Frozen Factory Act 4. Just on a touch on something, I have not played Lost World 3DS, but I heard that it sucks. So, yeah. This is a 2D snow level, which I actually kind of like. Well, there are a lot of classic enemies in this game. Again, you can't control your momentum when you're doing the pirouette. I'm just doing it because I can, and it fits the level.
But here comes that fashion disaster. Those shoes are atrocious, and the white gloves are ridiculously retro.
The hell, what happened with the camera there? I also like this tube section a lot. I actually like the skating, it just feels good. It is slippery, of course, but if you know how to control your speed, it's satisfying. Unless that happens. Again, you can't spin dash, so you're kind of forced to skate if you want to go fast here. But I think this is faster than normal Sonic running speed, if I'm not mistaken. Those things will hurt you if they run over you while you're on the ground. This part annoys people when they're trying to get through it. Just don't hold down the run button, you won't cling to those things. Just don't hold down the run button here, you'll blast through all of them with a spin dash. Well, those will crush you. I think that's obvious. Just let the speed mend it, man. Whoa, that was close. You can do Supersonic's Boost on this ice, though. In fact, you can do Supersonic's Boost on any surface. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm sorry if this makes you guys a little bit dizzy, me going through these tubes. It doesn't make me dizzy, but I can understand why it might make someone dizzy. These things suck, by the way. Because you have to be, like, right dead center in the cog in order to actually be able to affect it with your spin dash. And sometimes it can be hard to tell, and you're just going to launch yourself off the edge. And that's a lot of rings for no reason. That was bad. There we go. Boosh. Woo.
Now you wouldn't hurt
This is
me.
one of the easiest fights, and that's kind of saying something in this game. Come on, just get up. I know you're not done.
Cry, you ruined my makeup.
Yeah, you're done.
If these things don't come out, you're dead.
Anyway, guys, that's it for part 2 of Sonic Lost World. Of course, we have to end it with another pathetic boss fight, but oh well. See you guys next part.